Okay. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Wow. OK，我们前2天已经知道了，这个钱是从哪儿来的？是直接记账，凭空创造现金，就是直接创造，赤裸裸的，就是这么赤裸裸的。好了，我们今天继续 a tool for social planning. The January 1946 issue. All American fears carried an article written by Presley, who at that time was chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Rom had devised the system of automatical withholding during World War II, though he was well qualified to speak on the nature and the purpose of the federal income tax. His theme was spelled out in the title of his article: "Taxes for Reserve are obsolete." 淘汰的，没有用的。obsolete. In an introduction to the article, the magazine's editor summarized Strauss' view as follows: His thesis, his thesis, huh? Thesis. His thesis is that giving control of a central banking system and an inconvertible currency, a currency not backed by gold, a sovereign national government is finally free of money worries and needs no longer levy taxes for the purpose of providing itself with revenue. All taxation, therefore, should be regarded from the point of view of social and economic consequences. 好，您是英语老师，帮我翻译成中文，标注细节。OK，好，我们现在需要大 PK 了。Scroll，这个是 Google Gemini，这个是 ChatGPT，这个是 Cloudy，所有的税收都应当从经济后果的角度来看。All taxes therefore should be regarded from the point of view of social and economic 社会经济 consequence。哎呦，这个翻译不错，因此就是角度来考量，should be considered，should be regarded。这句话的核心观点是，税收政策不应该被视为一种募集政府收入的方式，而应该被视为一种能够产生广泛社会和经济影响的工具。哦，这反映了一种功能性和后果导向的税收观点，认为税收的设计和实施应该考虑它们对社会结构、经济行为和整体福利的影响，强调了税收政策作为经济和社会啊、社会和经济和社会政策工具的重要性。哎呦，这个 角度来看待，这是怎么翻译的？角度来看待。哎呦，詹姆奈和格罗斯一样啊。哦，哎，这个，哎，这还有个综合理解，完整逻辑。这是讲翻译角度来考虑。哎呦，ChatGPT 来考虑。第一轮 ChatGPT 失败。这个不错，詹姆奈不错，詹姆奈不错啊，詹姆奈不错不错。Cloudy 这个是高3不行。Smarty，好，不错啊。Since the Federal Reserve now can create out of nothing all money the government could ever want, there remain only two reasons to have tax at all. The first of these is to combat a rise in the general level of prices. His argument was that when people have money in their pockets, they will spend it for goods and services, and this will beat up the prices. The solution, he says, is to take the money away from them through taxation and let the government spend it instead. This too will beat up prices, but Trump chose not to go into that. He explained his theory this way. The dollars the government spends become purchasing power in the hands of the people who have received them. The dollars the government takes by taxes cannot be spent by the people, and therefore, these dollars can no longer be used to acquire the things which are available for sale. Taxation is, therefore, an instrument of first importance in the administration of any fiscal and monetary policy. Fiscal,财政的 fiscal and monetary redistribution of wealth. The other purpose of taxation, according to Romo, is to redistribute the wealth from one class of citizens to another. 转移支付. This must always be done in the name of social justice or equality. But the real objective is to override the free market and bring society under the control of master planners. Said, the second principal purpose of federal taxes is to attain more equality of wealth and more income than would result from economic forces working alone. The taxes which are effective for the purpose are the progressive individual income tax, the progressive estate tax, and the gift tax. All these taxes should be depend on public policy with respect to the distribution of wealth and of income. These taxes should be defended and attacked in terms of their effect on the character of American life, not as revenue measures. 第二轮，好，第二轮比拼。第二个主要目的是比单纯经济力量下更均衡，因为此目的有效的税收累进和增与税。这些税收的具体形式取决于公共政策对财富和收入分配的态度。这些税收应当根据他们对美国影响来，而不是作为筹集 收入的措施。哎呦，税种累进个人所得税、累进遗产税，这种税种应该如何取决于，这些种种辩护应该基于他们对美国生活特质的影响，而不是手段。第二个主要目的是实现比单靠经济力量运作所能达到的平等社会分配。对于这一目的而言，有效的税种是累计的，这些税收应该设计取决于财富的收入分配公共政策。这些税收应该根据他们对美国生活特质的影响来进行变化，而非作为收入措施来评判。政策应该基于成本，而不是仅仅是为了筹集资金。这一观点，税收对于这些税收应该评价一生，而不是仅仅关注其财政收入，而且说社会目标，而不是经济政治，更是社会工程的手段，用于实现特定的社会目标。这是对税收政策规范性、价值导向的理解，而不仅仅是技术性或收入的导向。哦，ChatGPT 有点问题啊！ChatGPT 怎么最后没有总结了呢？哎，原来 ChatGPT 有总结的，现在 ChatGPT 没有总结，奇怪。嗯，The second principal purpose of federal taxes is to attain more equality. Attain 获得达到 attain more equality of wealth and income than would result from economic forces working alone. The taxes which are effective for this purpose are the progressive individual income. Progressive is the and the good taxing. What this tax should be depends on what these taxes should be depends on policy with respect to the distribution of wealth of this tax should be defended and attacked in terms of their effective and character of the life, not as revenue measures. Okay, I see. 解释都很清楚了啊。As we have seen, Senator Nelson Aldrich was one of the creators of the Federal Reserve System. This is not surprising in the light of the cartel nature of the system and the financial interests which represented. Aldrich also was one of the private sponsors of the federal income tax. The two creations working together are far more delicate mechanism for control over the economic and social life of society than either one alone. 好，看一下啊，等等等等，别忘了最后的总结。联邦所得税的主要发起人，这两项制度相互配合，比单独存在更加经济的是，和联邦所得税并没有相互协调，更紧密的经济 哇，这个也不错哎。The economical, social life of society with their than their one alone. It's not surprising in light of 嗯，他们用的是同一个那什么吗？In more recent years, there has been hopeful evidence that the master planners were about to adopt Rams's blueprint. Biden, we have heard a great deal, both in Congress and the Federal Reserve, about the necessity of reducing expenses so as to diminish the growth of federal debt and inflation, but it has been lip service only. Lip service. Quote her. The great bank of federal funding continues to be created by the magic mechanism. The cost of government continues to outpace tax revenues and formula resides supreme formula resides 惯用语句 reigns 差不多呀，这几个 AI 回答的差不多呀。同时，税收制度作为社会和经济控制工具，而非单纯的收入来源。好吧，expansion leads to contraction. Contraction 是有争议的啊，收缩啊，contraction. Expansion leads to contraction. Well, it's true that the magic machine is responsible for the expansion of the money supply. The process also works in reserve. Just as money is created when the Federal Reserve purchases bonds or other debt instruments, it is extinguished, extinguished, extinguished by say by the sale of those same items. When they are sold, the money is given back to the system and disappears into the inkwell or computer chip from which it came. Then, the same secondary ripple effect that creating money through the commercial banking system causes it to be withdrawn from the economy. Furthermore, even if the Federal Reserve does not deliberately contract the money supply, the same result can and often does occur when the public decides to resist the availability of credit and reduce its debt. A man can only be tempted to borrow. He can't be forced to do so. There are many physiologically factors involved in the decision to go into debt that can offset the easy availability of money and a low interest rate. A downturn in the economy, the threat of civil disorder, the fear of pending war, and uncertain political climate, to name just a few, even though the Fed may try to pump money into the economy by making it abundantly available. The public can sort that move simply by saying no, thank you. When this happens, the old debts that are being paid off are not replaced by new ones to take their place, and the entire amount of consumer and business debt will shrink. That means the money supply also will shrink, because in modern market there is money, and it is very expansion and it is this very expansion and contraction of monetary pool, a phenomenon that could not occur if based upon the laws of supply and demand. That is at the very core of practically every boom and bust that has plagued mankind throughout history. In conclusion, it can be said that modern money is grand illusion conjured by the magicians of finance and politics. We are living in an age of fiat money, and it is sobering to realize that every previous nation in history that has adopted such money eventually was economically destroyed by it. Furthermore, there is nothing in our present monetary structure that offers any assurance that we may be exempted from that morbid roll call. Correction. This is one. It is still within the power of Congress to abolish the Federal Reserve System. Okay, summary. The American dollar has no intrinsic value. It is a classic example of fiat money with no limit to the quantity that can be produced. Its primary value lies in the willingness of people and to accept it, and to that end, legal tender laws require them to do so. It is true that our money is created out of nothing, but it is more accurate to say that it's based upon debt. In one sense, therefore, our money is created out of less than nothing. The entire money supply would vanish into bank bonds and computer chips if all debts were repaid. Under the present system, therefore, our leaders can allow a zero reduction either in either the nation or consumer debt. Charging interest on pretended loans is usury, and that has become institutionalized under the Federal Reserve System. The man-drag mechanism by which the Fed converts that into money may seem complicated at first, but it's simple if one remembers that the process is not intended to be logical, but to confuse and deceive. The end product of mechanism is artificial expansion of the money supply, which is the root cause of the hidden tax called inflation. This expansion then leads to contraction, and together they produce the destructive boom-bust circle, and that has plunged mankind throughout history. Whatever fiat money has existed. Okay, expansion leads to contraction. While it is true the man-drag mechanism is responsible for the expansion of the money supply, the process also works in reverse. 反向也是, just as money is created when the Federal Reserve purchases bonds or other debt instruments, it's extinguished by the sale of the same item. It is extinct. 消除 extinguished. 啊 When they are sold, the money is given back to the system and displayed into JEKYLL or computer chip from which it came. Then, the same secondary effect that called money through the current economic system causes it to withdraw from the economy. 也导致货币从经济中撤回。Ripple effect, secondary, join. 货币创造收支的对称性。同样的银行体系机制既能通过信贷扩张创造货币，也可以通过信贷收缩减少流通中的货币。这反映现在then the secondary effect. Creates money through the commercial bank system cause it to be withdrawn from now create money through the commercial system. The same effect that then the same secondary effect that call that create money through the economic banking system cause it to be withdrawn from the economy. Okay. Furthermore, if the Federal Reserve does not deliberately contract deliberately 小心翼翼的、故意的、故意的 contract 收缩 the money supply, the same result can and often does occur when the public decide to resist the ability of credit and reduce its bad. Resist 坚持、抵抗、阻止 resist. Resist. One can only be tempted to borrow. You can't be forced to do so. Tempted to There are many physiological factors involved in a decision to go into debt that can offset the easy availability of money and the low interest rate. A downturn is an uncertain political climate. To name just a few. 有很多的什么因素会导致人们不爱借贷？抵消货币的易货性和低利率的影响。Name a few. Uncertain political climate 政治环境的不确定性 Fear of pending war Threat of civil disorder Downturn Economic Name just a few. 货币政策可能无法完全控制，因为人们受多方面的影响，尤其是在不确定危机之时的受到限制。OK. There are many physiologic psychological psychological okay psychological factor involved decision we're going to that can offset 抵消 the easy availability of money and the low interest rate. Another a downturn in the economy, the threat of civil disorder, the fear of pending war, and uncertain political climate, to name just a few. Even though the Fed may try to pump money into the economy by making it abundant, the public can do that. Thought not move simply by saying no, thank you. When this happens, the old debts that have been paid off are not replaced by new ones to take their place. And the entire amount of consumer and business debts will shrink. That means the money supply also will shrink, because in modern market, debt is money. And it is the very expansion and contraction of the money loophole. OK，其实这个应该是比较好的一个。正是这种货币构成了几乎所有历史上困扰人类的经济发展的核心问题。And it is the very expansion and contraction of the money pool that is at the very core of practically every boom and bust that has plunged mankind throughout history. Practically plunged, plunged, plagued mankind throughout history. Played the life out of somebody. Played somebody for something. Question. Played somebody with question complete. The computer is played with or by technical faults. We were played with or by webs. Played something with something. Played mankind throughout history.这句话表达了一种货币理论认为经济周期的繁荣下的主要货币，而不是这种观点与奥地利学派经济学家甚至经济学，他们认为中央银行对货币供应的干预是经济不稳定的主要原因。前半句前的设想插入语句说明过去表达的特别，后半句指出都是中文表达的。That is very core practical algorithm. Practically. Practically that has plunged mankind. Oh. Phenomenal loss of that could occur based upon laws. 哎呦，都不错哎。It is this very expansion and contraction of the money pool. Wow，哇，这翻译的都不错哎。In conclusion, it can be said that monetary money is a grand illusion conjured by the magicians of finance and politics. While living in an age of Finland, it's sobering to realize. It's sobering. 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 There than every previous nation in history and has adopted such eventually was economically destroyed by it. Furthermore, there is nothing in our present monetary structure that offers any assurance that we may be exempted morbid car, 痛苦的轮回。Exacted, 缅因那令人不安的点名儿。这个痛苦的轮回。Conclusion, correction, correction. This is still within the power of Congress to abolish the Federal Reserve. ，There is one. This is still within power of Congress to abolish the Federal System. The American dollar has intrinsic value. It is a classic example of fiat money with no limit to quantity that can be produced. 好了，最后一篇呀，这个到了，这个没到，这个没到。因此，它要求人们承认我们的货币是平衡的，并且它其债务。因此，从位上，我们的货币是负产生的。如果所有债务被清偿，整个货币将消失在银行。因此，在目前的体系下，其能让人不能允许国家或者消费者债务大幅减少，对虚假贷款收取高额利息。人手通过它将债务转化为货币，起初可能看起来很复杂，但如果记住这个过程的目的不是逻辑，而是其实它就很简单。在记住最终常识，人的货币供应过量，特别称为货币，而是它产生了破坏性的繁荣和时代周期，这种周期太反映了人的历史。The American dollar has no intrinsic value. It's a classic example of fiat money with no limit to the quantity that can be produced. The American dollar has no. It's a classic example of fiat money with no limit to the quantity that can be produced. Its primary value lies in the willingness of people to accept it and, to then, legal tender laws require them to do so. It's true that our money is created out of nothing, but It is more accurate to say that it's based upon that. In one sense, therefore, our money is created less than the internal money supply would vanish into bank vaults and computer chips if all debts were repaid. Under the present system, therefore, our leaders cannot allow a serious reduction in either the nation or consumer debt. Cannot allow a serious reduction. A serious reduction. National or constitutor, 国家债务 or consumer debt. Charging interest on pretended loans is usual. 在虚假 and that has become institutionalized under the Federal system. 已经被制度化 is institutionalized the regulations by which the Fed converts debts into money may seem complicated at first, but it is simply if one remembers that the process is not intended to be logical, but to confuse and defense. The end product of the mechanism is artificial expansion of the money supply, which is the root cause of the hidden tax called inflation. The tension then leads to contract, and together, this expansion then leads to contraction, and together they produce the destructive boom bust circle. Boom bust that has plagued mankind throughout history with fiat money has destructive boom that plagued mankind throughout history. Okay, thank you. Wow. Wow, section 3, the new alchemy, alchemy, 新的炼金术。OK，224，181716，216。 psychological. The ancient alchemist. The ancient alchemist sought in vain to convert lead into gold. Convert lead into gold. Modern alchemists are succeeding in that quest. The lead bullets of war have yielded endless source of gold for those merchants who control the magic generation. Startling fact emerges that without the ability to upgrade, yet many most modern wars simply would not have occurred. As long as the merchant is allowed to function, future wars are inevitable. This is the story of how that came to pass. OK，我们看一看 tomorrow 我们要读的这一章，除了讲 the ancient alchemists, alchemists sought in vain to convert Li into gold. Sought in vain. Sought in vain. Modern alchemists have succeeded in that quest. The lead bullets 前弹 of war have yielded an endless source of gold for those magicians who control the magic have yielded an endless source of gold for those magicians who control the magic. The startling fact emerges that without the ability to upgrade field many most modern wars simply would not be had as long as the machines allowed to function, which was inevitable. This is the story of how that came to pass. How that came to pass. 这一过程如何发生 Okay, that's the new alchemy. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.